The bullseye diagram is something that I learned when I was in school studying psychology. It came up twice in two different classes actually. Actually, one class that came up in. It's in my developmental psych class, and we were talking about specific theories. And one theory in particular, the Brofenheimer theory, if I am saying it correctly. I am pulling this out of my butt right now, but I will make sure to make the correction as I'm editing this. So that particular theory talks about how a child is influenced by its community. Now, when we talk about community, I'm talking about the all-encompassing people that particular child is in contact with. And, when you think about who that child is in direct contact with, you immediately think parents, siblings, other relatives that might be living close by, maybe grandmothers, aunts, and uncles. Then it might go out a little bit further to the immediate neighborhood. So your next door neighbors, the ice cream truck guy that comes around all the time, the post office worker, schools, places where they're getting daily interaction, but it's not necessarily their home. Then you want to take it one step further and you want to expand outward into, okay, well, what's the next one? So maybe, it might be a parent's job, for example, take your daughter to work day, or, when you have, career day at school, that's when the parents come in and talk about their job. So that's one example. If your child is going to an after school class or something of that nature, or summer camp, where they might not have that much interaction, or, they might not see those particular people that they come in contact with regularly, not as regularly as they would their school teacher, and definitely not as regularly as they would their mom or dad, but they still have some kind of influence. So you see what I'm trying to do here. You want to start with the very direct, relatable people that make the biggest impact and then work your way out. So, just to leave you with something to think about, we talked about plot, and generally it's just a interaction of events and characters. We talked about going a little bit deeper into perspective. Is the event important to us, or is it the characters causing or responding to those events that we want to focus on? Or maybe it's a little bit of both. And then I talked to you a little bit more about the bullseye diagram and how a specific event can have an impact on those immediately around them, or it might have an impact that might look a little bit differently to those on the outside or a little bit further away.